Oh. Oh. Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. In Vedanta, no experience is taken for granted. To the extent of our words are known as vaikari. Vaikari. The genesis of our words, what precedes this, is madhyama. Madhyama is like when you have a word in your mind, but you've not expressed it. Madhyama is preceded by pashyanti, which means you have a feeling of a thought, but it's not formed clearly, so you can't see it. Like a feeling. You have a feeling, this becomes a thought, this becomes a word. And what precedes pashyanti? Para. Para means infinity. Para means the divine. So every feeling, every thought, every word has its source in the divine. This morning, we complete 100 mornings of meaningful mornings in this semester. This morning is also our final month, commences our final month of meaningful mornings in this semester. Close your eyes and be grateful for all of the words that you've heard and that you've shared. Shanti. Prince Arjuna's whole life, he has thought how he acts is going to lead to peace. We are the same way. We keep trying to become more efficient, more effective. I use these words a lot, and it annoys Sheila a lot. Why do you describe everything as efficient? And what's awesome about this now is whenever Shuka hears it, he just keeps going, efficient, efficient, efficient. He just keeps on going, like on repeat. And I said, it's working. But he's come to appreciate, as in Prince Arjuna, that how to act will not lead to peace. So he stopped acting. Through his cessation of acting, now he's going to focus on why to act. It is the why to act that will lead to peace. Not about efficiency and effectiveness, rather about being enlightened in yourself and then expressing that. This is where Sri Krishna will begin to assert why to act. The earlier word that Prince Arjuna used to reorient his relationship with Sri Krishna was, I am your disciple. Another word that relates to this is dvija. Dvija means one who is born twice. For all of us, our first birth learn how to act, learn the ABCs, learn how to drive, etc. I hope and I pray we've come to that sensitivity that how to act will not lead to peace. Now our purpose should be why to act. This does not mean you forget the A's, B's, and C's, that you stop driving. But what is deeper, that why, let us all be Dvijas. In chapter 1, the first verse is shared by Dhritarashtra. He's asking, historically, what has happened at Kurukshetra between mine, that is the Kauravas, and the Pandavas. The next 19 and a half verses are shared by Sanjaya. He describes Duryodhana's ego, describes how the Kauravas energize themselves, how the Pandavas react to that energizing. The next 2.5 verses are shared by Prince Arjuna. Prince Arjuna instructs Sri Krishna, put my chariot between both armies. He picks up his bow, he's looking around. The next 4.5 verses are Sanjaya's again, and he describes what Prince Arjuna sees, all of his relatives, and how this makes him feel. Confusion and fear and sadness. The next 18 and a half verses are shared by Prince Arjuna. He shares emotionally and logically why he should flight. Not fight, but flight. And chapter 1 is summarized with Sanjaya again, sharing this is what Prince Arjuna felt, and this is how he is right now. Chapter 2 begins with Sanjaya again, one verse, where he's carrying on what was shared in chapter 1. Then Sri Krishna shares 2 verses. And these verses are testing what Prince Arjuna really wants and really needs. Visually, this reminds me of clay that is baked. If it's not baked, you can still manipulate it. It's malleable, but once you bake it, it is fixed. Prince Arjuna comes back with 5 verses, sharing, though you've tested me, Sri Krishna, I still feel the way that I feel. There is more clarity in his confusion, though. He states, the purpose of this war is pleasure, possession, and position, and this is not what I want and need. Sri Krishna's response that is coming soon, the purpose of this conflict is dharma, or peace. We studied the last verse from Sanjaya, and now today's verse from Sanjaya, so 2 more from Sanjaya. And then the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita begins. And this philosophy is the true Gita. Up until now, this has been more preparation. There hasn't been a lot of philosophy. I remember asking all of you, what does your name mean? And many have the name Gita, and one seeker shared, I love my name because it means I came out of Bhagwan's mouth. We're going to experience that very soon. We have to complete Sanjaya's orientation. We are on verse 10. Tamuvacha Rishi Keshaha Prahasanniva Bharata Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Vishidantamidam vachaha. The first quarter. Tamuvacha Hrishikeshaha. Rishikesha, that is Sri Krishna, he spoke to Prince Arjuna. For many verses, Prince Arjuna has been speaking to Sri Krishna. Now Sri Krishna will speak to Prince Arjuna. Rishikeshaha again means the one who controls themselves. Another word for controller is nigraha. Nigraha means to control. Only those who are in control can share anugraha. Anugraha means grace or blessings. Those whose lives are out of control can't help you. Those whose lives are directed, Rishikeshaha, only they can help. Prahasanniva Bharata. Prahasanniva. It's as if Sri Krishna was smiling. And there's lots of commentary on this. Here's the simplest. His smile is known as Vidya Maya. This smile is a smile of Vidya to help Prince Arjuna remember that his nature is divine. This smile is, now that you are listening to me, you are saved. No worries. Don't worry, be happy. That's what this smile is about. And Sanjay is saying this to Bharata. Bharata here is Dhritarashtra. Because right now, Dhritarashtra feels very good that Prince Arjuna has collapsed, Sri Krishna is saying nothing. But now Sanjay is telling Dhritarashtra, Sri Krishna is about to speak. And when he speaks, all is going to change. So he's keeping Dhritarashtra in his place. Senayor ubhayor madhye. And where is all of this happening? In between 4 million people. No privacy. Like the real India. And what's important to note here, there's again so many commentaries you can get lost in. Sri Krishna is not ignoring Prince Arjuna. When a child is throwing a tantrum and a parent knows this is a tantrum, and so they don't engage them, is the parent ignoring their welfare? They may be ignoring them, but they're not ignoring their welfare. Here too, they're in the middle of this army. Sri Krishna is there too. He's only allowing Prince Arjuna to prepare himself for more. Vishidantam idam vachaha. Sri Krishna spoke to the one who was feeling sad. Vishidantam. And there's such a play on poetry here. In chapter 1, verses 24 to 28, the same words that are used in those verses are shared here. Prince Arjuna tells Sri Krishna, put my chariot between both armies. The same is shared here. And then Prince Arjuna spoke with sorrow. And this is being brought up again. Essentially what Sri Krishna is sharing with Prince Arjuna, you wanted this, you got this. But now the difference is, you have surrendered to me. Before you had not. You wanted it, you got it. But look what happened. You wanted it, you got it, but now you've surrendered to me. Just like in the Upanishads, when a disciple goes to the master and they prostrate, meaning I'm yours now. You create me to be a master. The same has happened in these first 57 verses of Bhagavad Gita, but more in the context of conflict, because we can relate to that better. Every morning, your alarm clock is a conflict. Logging onto Zoom on time is a conflict. From inspiration to application, I have lots of observations on your applications, which I will share more about tomorrow. Your recent application, a low point of your life. How did you come out of that? And I feel when you have a low point, it makes you listen more. You take your life for granted less. Agreed? And the same has happened with Prince Arjuna. Your application for this morning is I want you to be silent. Be as silent as possible. Prince Arjuna's silence has led him to become a seeker, to become a listener. You do the same, especially knowing this is our final month of meaningful mornings. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happiness.